Salutations, Geek Nation, and welcome back to Geek Culture Combat. Just want to give you guys a quick review of the Wonder Woman 1984. First and foremost, I just wanted to say the direction. I believe it's Patty Jenkins. I think she has done a stellar job. I have to say that she has done an incredible job. I mean, she's like the Ryan Coogler, for a female directing a movie and a lead female actress and superhero and the whole nine yards. I have to applaud her. She deserves the applause. She did a phenomenal job. Which leads me to the lead actress, Gal Gadot. My goodness, the casting. Gal Gadot. I mean, she's gotten this right. She as playing Wonder Woman. This woman has got it right. This is incredible. She really pulls it off. Her character development. I love the way the direction of the character development. I mean, right out the gate. And I'm gonna try not to give any spoilers or anything, but as you guys already know, whether you've seen the movie or not, you know that Wonder Woman has been trained to be a warrior from a child. All right, and even the preview shows a little bit of that. But the opening sequence is just her upbringing, and that was stellar. I mean, the Amazons on Themyscira is just, it gives you a reason to buy in as to why Wonder Woman is great. A phenomenal warrior. I mean, I think it's incredible. So the direction there was good. The character development. How she's pretty virtuous. She believes in truth and morale, and they did a wonderful job at that, I have to say. The two villains, Max Lord and of course Barbara, Cheetah, whom and they never really called her Cheetah. They never really alluded to that. It's just assumed. But I understand. It's kind of like if you said it, then it would probably come off cheesy. So the direction of the film, a couple things that I did like. I like how they, as you guys saw in the previews, her boyfriend Steve Trevor, he comes back. The way they brought him back was pretty good, pretty ingenious. It was kind of, it all comes off, obviously like as a romantic comedy, and that was okay. Now, I'm okay with that, the whole romantic comedy thing. Now, a few parts in the movie, kind of slow, kind of drug on a little bit, and that I think that detracts from it a little bit, just because it was just a little slow in spots. But it was like a 2-hour and 30-minute movie, so they had a lot of time to build. They had a lot of time for character development, things like that. Max Lord. Moving on to Max Lord. Interesting character, to say the least. I will admit that I don't know much about him as far as the comics are concerned. I'll have to do my little research on him, but the character development was okay there. Some of the things in there was a bit of a plot device. I understand, a little bit of a MacGuffin in there to further the story, which I understood. And I kind of like how they made the villains a little more nuanced, right? It was not just a black and white, this is bad guy, this is good guy, this one is truly evil, and this one's, it's kind of, just a little nuance. And I like villains like that a little bit more, dealing with a couple of layers there. Which brings me over to Cheetah. Her development was pretty good. The actress, her name escapes me right now, but the actress who played Barbara, aka the Cheetah, that was pretty good. She did a phenomenal job. She was, little, socially awkward. People ignore her, don't take her seriously, things like that. And she kind of came off, I would say, like Jamie Foxx, Electro character. Very awkward, nerdy, things like that. And then they, kind of, I guess you could say, come into their own. So they kind of took a page from there. So it was pretty good on there. A couple of nuggets and things like that. If you are familiar with a lot of the things that made Wonder Woman, you'll appreciate the movie, because they brought a lot of things in there, and they addressed a number of things. I mean, or some things we just wanted to see, right? A lot of people, they know, like her crown. She could take off her crown or tiara or whatever you want to call it, tiara, and throw it, and use it as a distance weapon, that type of thing. Or you'll see her lasso of truth, those kind of things like that. People are wondering about some of her abilities, and any invisible jets, and just a lot of things that's part of the Wonder Woman lore. They address some of those things, or at least show you some things in there. I think that a lot of you guys are going to like. Now, let me go ahead and wrap this up. Now, as far as the overall scale of 1 to 10, how do I rank this movie? I'm gonna give it a solid 8. It's going to be a solid 8 out of 10. It's definitely worth you paying your admission or watching it on HBO Max. I chose to go to the theater. I prefer the theater experience. And good news, it wasn't overcrowded. They did the whole social distancing thing. Me and my family had plenty of space, from other people, which was great. And then stick around for the mid post credit scene. So go ahead and check that out. I think that is pretty cool. And again, I'm being vague on purpose, just for the few people who may not have seen it just yet. I may do more of a detail and a breakdown at another time. But this has been your Geek Culture Combat movie review. Give me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.